So yesterday, on my little walk down this back road, I made a little vlog video. Nothing shocking, just what everybody who's been paying attention knows, that the U.S. is going to start lobbing munitions in Iran. I got home, and as I expected, the video was extra shaky because I didn't have a the thing to hold the camera. Words elude me. And there's a lot of wind noise, so I listened to like 5 seconds of the video and said, screw it. And I deleted it. And then this morning started getting caught up on the news and thought, let's pull that out of the recycling bin and post it anyways. I rambled a lot, but there are some good points I thought I made. And since this is going to be the real deal, I figured it'd be fun to do a little vlog series on it and see how things turn out. I'm not too big on social media anymore. Obviously YouTube. And I have 2 X accounts. One is the Scout 75 account. I think the actual handle's my amateur radio call sign. And as that might have tipped you off, I just use that pretty much for ham radio type stuff. I follow other YouTubers, other hams and stuff, active on Twitter. It's just a good way to connect with like-minded people. Then I have a second X account. That's kind of a burner account. Just a made-up name, a made-up avatar. And I use that just basically to glean information in the political world, right? I follow, roughly a dozen far left-leaning shit posters and about the same number far right-leaning shit posters, mostly for entertainment value. But listening to the extremes, you can filter out some good information. And then I follow some just general news sites and not necessarily, some mainstream media stuff, and then just independent vlogger type things. And it's pretty interesting. And what you're seeing right now is what you would expect. One side is just chanting USA, USA. Other side is, saying how horrible everything is and why do we need yet another war. And, of course, there's some good points made by both. Now, like I said in the first video, I'm hoping the U.S. and anyone else that's involved has learned some lessons from previous conflicts, right? America's pretty darn good at overthrowing governments. We're not so good at rebuilding them. Iraq and Afghanistan are key examples there, right? What any nation needs to do, and this is pretty common knowledge, is the fight has to be, you gotta hit them fast, you gotta hit them hard, and you gotta get it done with quickly. How things were done in Venezuela recently fit that bill to a T. How the U.S. did things in Grenada and Panama, same thing. The first Gulf War, much larger scale, was done pretty well. Our previous conflicts were not so good as like Vietnam. As I mentioned, the second Iraq War in Afghanistan, where we kind of got in and then toned things down and then just stayed forever. Very simple, right? Very simple. Also, like Russia with Ukraine. Their special military operation that was supposed to be a few days or a few weeks is now 4+ years. Same thing when Russia, or Soviet Union at the time, went into Afghanistan. So, enough history lesson. You get the point. They gotta have a plan. They gotta hit hard. They gotta hit the right targets, and they gotta get out. Now, I'm a little optimistic that things are gonna go well this time, and it's more than the U.S. doing stuff for Israel. One interesting theory that I saw, and again, it's a theory. Put on as much tinfoil as you want, but a lot of concerns about Iran's nuclear program. Talks for years and years. And of course, you always hear they're so close to a nuclear bomb, blah, blah, blah. Last year, like I said in yesterday's video, I took that as the shot across the bow, knock it off or else. Now, since then, the Iranian people have been uprising quite a bit. A few months ago, there were mass protests against the government. Seems legit, seems grassroots, seems the Iranian people have had enough. And thousands, confirmed conservatively by Iran themselves, and other estimates upwards of tens of thousands of protesters have been killed by the Iranian government. So, maybe if, and I've shared other videos on my weekly debrief, I think 2 weeks ago or a week ago, from Cappy Army, Ryan Macbeth, S2 Underground, those types of YouTubers. There's a lot of merit to say that even half the Iranian military does not want to be part of this regime. And if key elements are taken out, the Iranian people will take it from there. So I'm hoping that's the gamble we're going with. It'd be nice to be the catalyst of Iran taking care of their own situation, because I don't like the U.S. being the world cop. I'd like to stay out of everything. I kind of wish we did, but unfortunately, if we don't do something, somebody else is, and it may not or would not be in our best interests. So there's that. What do you do? So, the update today seems the strikes are going as expected. Iran's launched counterattacks on pretty much all their neighbors where the U.S. have bases, so that's not going to make friends. And we'll see where that goes. So far, I've heard of no interruptions of services or projected cyber attacks or sabotage connect attacks in the U.S. Obviously, I'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see how it goes. Probably won't do this tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. That's when I usually do my weekly update, so plan on doing that live Sunday morning. So, but I think I'll keep this little series up. A lot of things are kind of interesting, just for the reason of why the hell not. So, I've rambled on enough. Be safe out there.